In this video, I'll be showing you exactly how we help our clients get funded by prop firms and cash in payouts every single month. I've been using this exact same method since 2021 and have since traded millions of dollars, which I will be actually showing you live in this video. So, if you're watching this, you probably either booked a call with us or saw us on Instagram, something interested you, so pay attention. First of all, what is prop firms to begin with, right? I'm pretty sure you probably already have an idea, but as a quick reminder, a prop firm is a company that gives traders funding. Basically, if you were a business, you would go to a bank for a loan, right? But then you'll have to pay it back. This is kind of similar, but you don't have to pay it back. So for example, if you go to FTMO, which is one of the biggest prop firms, let's say you want $100,000 to trade with. Okay, you can get that, but first of all, you have to pass something called a challenge or an evaluation. That's basically a sets of rules that you have to respect and a profit target that you need to hit. And if you're able to do that, they give you the 100,000 to trade with. Now, in reality, that sounds extremely simple, which is why the concept sells. But when it comes to the real world statistics, we can see right here, I just asked Google what percentage of people fail their prop firm evaluations, and it says approximately 90% of traders fail their prop firm evaluations, meaning that only about 5 to 10% pass. So as you can see, it's extremely hard to pass these challenges in the first place, which is why businesses like mine exist, because we can help you raise this from a 10% pass rate to 50, 60, 70% pass rate. That way, you're passing most of your funding challenges, and let's talk about it. So first of all, if you've booked a call with us or you've seen us online or whatever, this is what we actually can help you with and what we offer. So first off, you get our trading algorithm specifically designed to pass prop firm challenges. This is a software that has been designed with passing prop firm challenges in mind. It's called Archangel X, and we have a couple of others. Now, depending on the plan you selected, because we have different packages at different prices, your purchase might include us passing a challenge for you. This means that by working with us, if you get at least this package, you're guaranteed a minimum of 1 funded account by working with us. So after that, you go through a learning phase, which includes a video course and 2 onboarding Zoom calls with our support staff to learn how to use the algorithm profitably. Again, if you're looking for something where it's like, oh, I'm gonna just click a button and get rich overnight, blah, 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 you're just that. First of all, that doesn't exist. And number 2, you're waiting to get scammed. Somebody's just waiting, rubbing their hands to scam you. I need you to remove that mindset and put a new mindset of, I'm willing to sit down and learn how to use software correctly in order to scale to tens of millions of dollars in funding, which I'm about to show you proof of in just a bit. So after you go through the learning phase, you will have learned how to generate hundreds of profitable strategies across different pairs using AI machine learning. I'll show you this exact process at the end of this video, and we'll go through it together. From there, you will be testing these strategies on demo and then moving the profitable ones into a challenge or a live funded accounts. We keep repeating this cycle and passing multiple prop firm challenges. So we keep repeating this cycle right here, one challenge after the other. And that allows us to do something which is called prop firm stacking. So prop firm stacking is basically the art of stacking multiple prop firm funded accounts over a period of time, acquiring millions in funding and turning these accounts into a source of monthly cash flow. So as you can see in this picture right here, I went absolutely crazy, and in 4 years, I was able to get my portfolio value up to $23 million in funded capital. All of these are not challenges, these are past funded accounts. And yes, as you can see, it took 140 accounts in order to get to this $23 million number in funded accounts. And as you can see right here, for example, in the monthly P&L, I made 10,000 on this account, 10,000 on another account, 9,000, 1,700, 1,900, 200 bucks. And as you can see, the sizes will vary. We got 500K accounts, 25K accounts, 100K accounts, all kinds of accounts. And this is what prop firm stacking is. A lot of people are stuck in the mindset that, hey, I'm gonna just get one FTMO challenge, pass it, and then that's it. That's great, but what happens when you lose that one challenge? or what happens when FTMO changes the rules, or what happens when a myriad of things can happen. But instead, if you're using prop firm stacking, you're able to not only scale your income, but you're also more diversified because you're working with multiple prop firms, so your income is not threatened by just one company. Instead, you're working with tens of different prop firms, and each one you're getting tens of accounts from, and that's how you're able to scale to portfolio value of $23 million. Now, this has allowed me to trade over 140 accounts funded across the last 4 years. I started around 2021, and it allowed me to consistently cash in 5 to 6 figure months after payout splits. So after payout splits, as you can see right here, some of these accounts are 60-40 when it comes to the split, and some of them are 80-20. So when you do the math, 140 accounts, it can get into some ridiculous numbers that have been paid out. So because of that, from every prop firm payout that I receive, I put money aside into my personal trading accounts, which I have been able to grow without any drawdown limits or rules, and is currently sitting at over $800,000 in real money. So as you can see here, I deposited $300,000, been growing it, working with it. I'm currently at over $800,000, and this is in real money. This is not a funded account. You can see the withdrawals, you can see everything. This is in real money. But what has allowed me to do this in the first place is prop firm stacking, and then taking the money from the payouts and putting them over on the personal account side. And of course also has allowed me to live a very lavish lifestyle using a lot of the money from here and be able to live very comfortably. Anyways, we're trading all of these accounts with the trading algorithm, which is called Archangel X. And so since 2021, I've been doing this myself, and I've proven this concept first with me, and then I've replicated it over thousands of other people. And let me show you just a few. So we have since helped thousands of other traders get into prop firm stacking and get their first ever prop firm wins. So as you can see right here, we got Lemon Dude, phase 1 completed, Phoenix, or Michael here, who also just got funded. We got Coach Dino, got funded. We got Ars Trades, who got funded with both FTMO and 5%ers. So that's 2 accounts right there. We got Samuel right here, Fund Your Effects, 100K funded. We got Trond here, 100K funded. We got Edlin here, $3,200 payout approved. We got Javad here, $3,400 payouts. We got Linda here. She says, correct, Archangel, woke up to this in my bank account, first payout ever. So this was her first ever payout, $1,300. And as you can see, we have proven this across thousands of people. And by the way, this is just from this month. All of these are extremely recent, and we've been running this since 2021. So we have thousands of different testimonials that we can show you, but of course we don't want to make the video that long. So what is a realistic timeline to success? First of all, let's delete this get rich quick mindset out of our brains, because as you saw, it took me 4 years to get to that portfolio valuation. And I'm basically pioneered all of this stuff. So I'm pretty sure it's going to take you a bit long in order to get to a crazy 8-figure portfolio value. But maybe that's not your goal. Maybe your goal is to get $1 million in funding or $5 million in funding, which is much easier to do. Anyway, this is not a get rich quick scheme and will require work from you. So let's just get that out of the way first. A lot of people these days are super lazy and want to make money. Unfortunately, they just end up getting scammed because lazy and making money does not go together. So let's remove that from your brain. Number 2, the learning phases vary from person to person and how tech savvy they are. At the end of the day, this is a software, and so it does require you to be tech savvy. And depending how tech savvy you are will determine how long the learning phase is for you. So we have seen anywhere from 2 weeks for the very fast learners, anywhere to 2 months for the slow learners. To be completely transparent with you, we get all kinds of people. We get younger people, we get older people. We have found that on average, it might take somebody 2 weeks up to 2 months in order for everything to really click for them, and it really depends on the person. So I'm giving you a realistic timeline based on what archetype of person you are. After this learning phase, the demo testing phase starts. This only lasts usually 1 to 2 weeks max, usually just to validate that your strategy is actually profitable. And once you have done that, passing the actual evaluation or challenge will take anywhere from 1 week up to 4 weeks on average. Now, if you want a faster timeline, we have packages where we pass the challenge for you and hand you the funded account to trade. So this is also an option where we pass the account for you, we give it to you, and you're guaranteed a minimum of one funded account with us while you're still learning and getting to your timeline of success. So what is the Archangel X process? This is something we get asked a lot. Like, okay, let's say I purchased the software. What is it exactly that I have to do? What is the daily workflow? What is it that I have to do? How do we use this AI machine learning thing to pull up with hundreds of different strategies, blah, blah, blah. And that's exactly what I'll show you. So just as a quick rundown, I'll run through these really quickly. So first of all, we leverage MT5's machine learning technology to do something called optimization. So optimization allows us to create thousands of profitable strategies on autopilot. I'll actually show you this in just a bit. After optimization, we move to the validation step using something that we've created called the set file finder. So this allows us to select out of thousands of different strategies which ones are profitable. After we select the strategies that we like, we validate them inside of MT5. I'll also show you this step. Then we import the strategy into our algorithm and let it trade on a demo account at first. That's called validating the strategy. If it performs well on the demo, we move that over to a live challenge or an evaluation or a personal account, whatever it is that you're trading, and then we know that we're going to be profitable with that strategy. That's exactly how the whole process works. All right, so let's take a visual look of how this would work for you. Basically, you purchase our algorithm and you go into this thing called Strategy Tester. Then you just import one of the files that we give you. So this whole step, there's no thinking. You just go to desktop, you'll get a .set file like this, you double click it and it will load up all the different basically inputs. So you don't even really need to figure this out in the beginning. That's later on when you want to become like a pro or a super advanced user, you can. But to just get your first profitable accounts, you don't even need to know any of these things because we provide you drag and drop set files that you could use in order to do your optimizations. Once you do that, you click start and then this thing starts working for you on the back end. Now, as you can see here, this one took 10 hours. So for 10 hours, it was finding me thousands of different strategies, as you can see represented by these dots. So every green dot is a profitable strategy. Every light green dot is like it's profitable, but slightly higher drawdown than this. The yellow dots are like, the drawdown is like a bit high, but like it's still profitable. Then the orange and red are non-profitable strategies. And as you can see here, the majority of the strategies we came up with are profitable. And that's all we care about, because all of these down here, we don't really care about. We're not going to look at them. We're just going to look at the green stuff that is positive. So how do we do that? We basically export this. It's really easy. We teach you in the course how to do that. Once you export it, you come here to our set file finder. Now, this is a very amazing piece of software. So basically, you're going to go and import the data from the optimization. Select NQ and Q forward, which is, by the way, NAS 100. We're trading in CFDs, but this will also work on futures. So now, as you can see, this is green, so they have been imported. Our balance, which is what I optimized for, is $50,000 account. And now I get to select a target drawdown. And this is extremely important for prop firms because, as you saw before, we have drawdown limits. So let's say the maximum amount of drawdown that I want to experience is $2,000. So when I click submit, it will create a bunch of strategies that respect my target drawdown of $2,000. So that means it won't exceed this. And this is extremely important for prop firms. So I'll click submit. And as you can see, it just created a bunch of different strategies. As you can see, this one, it made $18,000 while respecting my $2,000 drawdown. This one as well. First of all, we click this thing called remove duplicates because sometimes we see duplicate results. But this one, again, $18,000, $2,000 in drawdown. And all of these now, you see there's so many. There's 5,939 different strategies in here. I can download the ones that I like. And as you can see, there's so many that I like. Look at this one, 14,599 with $2,000 of drawdown. These are absolutely amazing numbers to see. And I would want to run these strategies. So now we're in this step. We just created thousands of profitable strategies. Now we need a validation step using the set file finder. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's download a couple of these. So let me see. I like this one. So what I'll do next is I'll pick a few of these, download them, and go over to the next step. So I'll skip forward just a little bit. So now I just downloaded these 5 different strategies that were profitable. Honestly, there were hundreds of different profitable strategies inside of there. As you can see here, there's so many dots here. So I'm not going to be able to test all of them, or else this video is literally going to be hours. But instead, I picked like 5 ones that looked really nice over there with high profits. So now we're going to go and validate them. How do we do that? We come here, we disable optimization, we go to inputs, and we start loading up these files. So let's load up the first one, which is this one, 5, or let's start with these ones, 7671. We'll start from the bottom up. And then we click start. And then we go over to graph. As you can see, this is the equity graph. This gives us data on how this strategy would have traded in the back test and in the forward test. So as you can see right here, the blue line is our balance. The green line is how our equity moved. So this is actually a really, really solid file because we never really experienced any big amount of drawdown here, but we did experience like our equity going high and then closing at a profit a bit lower, which is fine. So now we go over and check the data. So we can see here, initial deposit was 50K. The total net profit on the back test is $10,000. On the forward test is $8,000. So in total, it's $18,000 that we made. Now let's look at the drawdown. That's where you go over here, equity drawdown maximal. So the max drawdown that we've experienced in the back test is $1,248. When we go over to the forward test, it's about $1,992. So the most drawdown that we've experienced is less than $2,000, which is exactly what we told our set file finder here to find us. Things that have a target drawdown of $2,000. So we want $2,000 and less. And that's exactly what we've had here. So this set file in this time period would have made $18,000 with a maximum drawdown of only $2,000. Now imagine having this on your prop firm account. This is exactly how I've been able to scale to $20+ million in funded capital. Now let's try another one. Let's go over to this one. Also, this just finished. This also looks really good without much drawdown. So we can go back to backtest. So this one made us 10,000 profit, as you can see, net profit, with about 1,187 on the backtest. On the forward test, we did 7,500 with about 1,992. So it's really good. And as you can see, the win rate was 88%. So we had an 88% win rate and we made about 17.5, something like that, in profits with only about 1990 in drawdown. So that's another beautiful profitable strategy. Again, we can go again. We're gonna keep finding strategies. We're gonna keep finding these kind of strategies while manual traders are struggling to just find one. We just found thousands of profitable strategies and we didn't even have to do anything. We just let this thing work in the background for 10+ hours and it spits us out profitable results. So this is why I absolutely love algorithmic trading, and this is why this is absolutely going to take over manual trading completely. And honestly, we have so much proof to show that this is how to scale to millions of dollars in funding. Okay, so this is the third one. Let's check the back test. So this one made $9,500 in profit with $1,300 in drawdown, the maximum drawdown. The forward test made about $7,000 with about $1,992 in drawdown, as you can see here. So again, still profitable, still great. Not as profitable as the other ones, but it's still super valid. As you can see, the win rate of this one is 87% on the forward test, and on the back test 85%. So it's extremely accurate file that is just sniping these trades. So now what you just saw is basically this step. After we selected the strategies we like, we validate them inside of MT5. That's what we did. The next step would be this. Then we import the strategy into our algorithm and let it trade on a demo account. So basically, now that we found a couple of strategies that we like, we're going to import them into the algorithm so we can start trading exactly how we saw in the backtest and the forward test. From there, the ones that are profitable in the live markets, if it performs well, we move it over to an evaluation or a funded account. And we keep on repeating this process for every account. And that's how we get hundreds of different accounts funded, 140 plus accounts that I've been able to get using this exact same method, hundreds of thousands of dollars in payouts that I've been able to receive, and now over $800,000 sitting in my personal account. And by the way, if you don't believe me, I do have an FX book for it. As you can see, verified track record, Archangel X, 800,000, where is it? 800,000 balance right there. So, and you can see that I've also withdrawn from it and is verified. So this is exactly, and this is the exact same blueprint I've been able to use in order to scale my income to hundreds of thousands instead of struggling as a trader. So if you've enjoyed this and it makes sense to you, you have a couple of options. Either, of course, show up on your call, get this algorithm with us and get enrolled and start getting on your learning journey, because this can be extremely profitable once it clicks. Or if you haven't booked your call, go ahead, click the link in the description, book a call to see exactly how we can help you and how, depending on your plan, of course, you can walk out with at least a minimum of one funded account in your hand by working with us.